is on. Okay. What's up, YouTube? This is Rear Station here. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the second core of 86. I want to be more enthusiastic, but something just came up, right before I went live. And it may also have to do with why I have a dislike. I don't want to keep mentioning if there's a dislike already, and it was barely just starting. If it's because like the slow uptake on me trying to set up, so I can start talking and shit. I apologize, because it's just it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I don't have like my I was trying to check my phone. I was trying to get my phone ready so I can see the chat, whenever. But this phone is fucking old, and I can't get my dad to just help me get a new phone here. Like it'd be like that, and I apologize if that gave someone's issues, if that was giving someone issues here, or if someone took issues with it. I do apologize. I used to have such a big chat base whenever 86 was there. Where did everyone go? Or just no one was even there? Oh. But just gonna have to make do with it. Because I don't have a... Because I don't know, because I haven't been really doing so well with trying to get a reception and such. I mean, that's why I was like, I only have like Discord and Twitter. I've tried there's also Facebook just in case. I don't know how to do it. I just put it out and then people just come in there. Hey, what's up, Ishigami Senpai? Yeah, we're about to go into this. So, if we remember where we last left off, that was first season was probably one of the best things I've ever watched, and from what I remember reading in the light novel, this is one of the more weaker parts, technically, because of what it is trying to do. Because remember, the first volume, all of which 86 the first season adapted, was going to be like a sort of a one-shot sort of thing, because it was done for competition. I wish people knew more about that. And then so Asato was just trying to at least get her back up to stuff, because it was not like she was totally expecting to get the green light to extend the story more. So it just kind of went that way, to where she had to really try to build up the world right there, and it's just kind of an awkward spot. It's not like a shortcoming for her. It's just more like I'm pretty sure she was not sure about how successful it got. That's how I feel. Alright. Oh yeah, schools are probably more open. I don't know, I'm not really feeling up to doing it at nighttime. It's just not my thing. That's when I'm usually just winding down. Well, I know that would be more favorable, but so it is. And also school on Saturdays. Holy crap, that sucks. But yeah, but I mean, it depends on which school you go to. Like if it's like a university, then yeah, you can still have classes during the weekends. But yeah, it's more important. It is still more important regardless. And we're gonna get introduced to a new character. Say what her name is, but you are going to either really interested in her, or you're just really gonna hate her because she's that sort of archetype. Like, I will give them a chance if they depending on if they're done right. But I mean, when you have these childlike characters being there, if I remember, they do explain because when she got introduced, I wasn't sure at first while I was reading, and then I was looking, and then as the time goes by, I was just like, oh, she's not that bad. She's actually got her sense of development, which is something a lot of similar characters don't fucking get, which is kind of crazy to be honest, because these kind of characters are usually supposed to be part of some gags. I mean that's the kind of usual archetype that Japan usually falls back onto. Yes, Hawk VA. Okay, that's gonna be really interesting. Be careful, Itame will come to say some stuff. Oh, I mean, if he comes in, Nick can just go ahead and cancel him. He's the mod here. Just like Nick, like that guy comes, you know what to do. But I'm not gonna say the name further because that's gonna be drifting off topic. So yeah, of course Sheen's not dead. It's bait. Not bait. It's more like a cliffhanger of sorts. You want to like, what the fuck? Like, of course you're not gonna kill him off. Like, even with the indication, it's just like, it's still the first season still does what it needs to do. That anybody can be vulnerable for it, even if you're the main protagonist. And Sheen just kind of just lucked up. Just really has that devil's luck. You know, people will just say it's because of the plot device. Like, sure, you can say that, but he is still the main protagonist along with Lena. When the story has to come to a point where he will have to get killed, may have to die, it will be according to when that plot builds up to that point. I don't know. I'm still pretty sure that where Asado is thinking right now, the story is still not quite near the end point, depending on how much she's published. But I have no idea. But I would feel at some point that if he does die in like far future, when the setup for it has to be done, I feel like it will be one of his friends that put him down, sort of relieve him of that Reaper duty and such. Because when Lena said, because like, I don't know if it's Karina or Lena. I think it's Lena that said it. It's like he's doing the one that's carrying, but who's gonna carry for him? We will not get that answer for a very long time. I will assure. Not anywhere during the not anytime soon, to be honest. But it's something to keep eyes, think about. And I know people don't like us and I know there's a lot of people that don't like these extended stories and to just play it off as just some generic light novel thing. If it really felt like generic light novel stuff, why does it feel? Then why would it be into it? Because first of all, yes, it's a military sci-fi, but it also introduces things in a way with the military political stuff. The political stuff needs work. I will admit that. But I mean, I usually don't like politics in general, so I was perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine. Like, I hate convoluted politics. They're not for me. Expecting 14 to 15 volumes at least. And yeah, this is also where we're gonna learn more about the Legion, those automated droids. Those automated droids that they were fighting. UIT season 2 confirmed for 12 episodes, as expected. Mushoku Tensei was also confirmed to be 12 episodes, which is not surprising. I feel like if it's broken down like that, it would manage the production quality better as opposed to most long-running stuff, aka My Hero Academia, One Piece, Black Clover, Jackson Clone, like anything that's just where like there's usually a bunch of like multiple core seasons and stuff. It's not always bad, but for some it's just like, yeah, you kind of, the quality can go down depending on how often or how regularly sequels are announced. There's other things too. All right, so I do apologize for dragging you guys down. So I don't know where this is going to leave off at, but I think we're going to be leaving off at the point where, from Lena's perspective. I hope I got the right episode, by the way. Otherwise, I'll just be really upset. But yeah. So let's get to it. I'm sorry if I kept y'all waiting. Well, let me check the chat real fast. Make sure everything is working properly. All right, is everyone ready? We're just gonna get to it. Anyone who's already seen the episode, good. All right. Episode 12 in total, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Oh wow. Starts out the exact same way. Nearly the exact same way the first episode of the first season. Different logo. She kept it. Ooh. Okay. Nice, the pedals. Highly advanced, ethnically possible twins. It's such a I feel like did anyone notice the gray sort of color undertone here? It's just like things are starting to get very awry because like the Republic is gonna face its matchmaker at some point. Yeah, she did get punished because that was unauthorized. I'm not surprised. Yeah, go ahead, you drunk asses. Keep living in that fucking fake ass piece, man. Hmm. Like even just the direction, the scene direction is almost exactly the same as the first episode of the first season. I mean, no, the first core. My bad. Okay. But her attitude is different. A fucking carton of salt just. Damn, she just rubbed it in with just a few words of it. But I mean, even that, there's no fixing that the fact that the Republic's gonna go down. I mean, they could still get saved by another nation that offers to help. She's not. Been a while. Oh, did she come late? What's the scene? I see that the visual direction is just ridiculous. Just still as ridiculous as the first time. Just a lot of different events. This is new. This is new. This is her new squad. She's much more closer to the. She's much more closer to her previous squad, who she still doesn't know the fate. She doesn't know about their fate yet, of course. We all know who she's referring to. Oh, the nice what they did with the balls there. What it meant. I mean, for anyone who's kind of played this. It just feels like how she is still trying to live, carry things out normally, even though things have changed. Including herself. Kairi. Oh, we're back to this scene. Sheen, it's time to wake up, by the way. No. No, 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 no. Please. That's his way. That sucks, man. That's just literally a second goodbye that he did not need. Don't slap me with that to start off the season, man. I mean this core, man. Yep. He's alive, of course, and he's in a place. Sport, by the way. Oh damn, COVID really having a season right now. That's why they even on here. I was really close to cracking to breaking really cracking when he was said goodbye the second when his brother said goodbye the second time, literally the second time. Oh, and there's a guy from the PV, the guy that saved him, definitely. Dude, you're don't need to yell that loud. Oh, the Glad Empire. So yeah, the Glad Empire is actually yeah. So I remember correctly, the Glad Empire is actually. Oh, he's worried about them. The Glad Empire seems to be already done, but the Legans are on autopilot essentially. Yep, they're still all there. You know why she's crying? Because she's on the far end. And she's like, ah, why? Why you gotta do Karina like that, man? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, like I don't want to spoil it, of course. No, Ernst doesn't seem like a bad. He is not inherently a bad guy, but he is a sus guy. He will be a sus guy to say the least. Oh yeah, they're also a totally different nation that are not familiar with the they're not familiar with the squad's technology with the and she was at the far end, the room in the far end. Oh yeah, because he was a oh yeah because of how he just went out there like that. They're still kind of pissed at him. Yeah, that's just so awkward. Okay, makes sense. Damn, that's like a regardless of how true to his words are, that says something. That's like we're gonna go ahead and start discriminating people and shit as you like in the human race, humanity. We might as well all be dead because we're self-destructive like that. Yeah, literally quarantined. Again, he thought about it. Yeah, the the very an ideal that the Republic itself wasn't, had to betray. But it's just gonna feel like, yeah, it's peaceful and all. It doesn't feel like you have to be stressed out, but it's just like it's so awkward to just no longer be on the battlefield because even like considering that's all they fucking known for as much as they can remember. Yeah, there's gonna be just random ass gatherings like that. Uh huh. It's just gonna have to feel like he just, oh, there's a new. The sweat drop. Here it is. Well, here's your new character, guys. Well, that's already a bad impression. He said yes. Right? That was oh, that's chill. And yeah, she is a hot. But yeah, he's actually of a higher social status. They'll specify on that later. Don't worry, we've already kind of seen her that way. That's fucking cheap. It's just like, yeah, that was awkward. But yeah, there's no way they can just easily get into this. it settled in like that. No, 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 no. Get into that later. Guys, like, seriously. Remember how Eris from Mushoku Tensei was introduced? It's not that similar. It's not that. This is not that. This is not that different. In all honesty, just keep this in mind, folks. Just be thinking, fucking Brad. I just realized there's like four, but it's like four is like a guess. There's not like a get. It's not. Yeah, I don't know if this is intentional, but it was only like four plates out. Like not the other three in the house. Oh. Yep. That's the her real identity, guys. Still shook over it. He's still shook over the guy. Oh, this opening. Another more nice art direction. Oh, Vader's alive. Oh. Ooh, okay. I like that part. Oh shit. Okay. Damn. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, that's gonna be fire. I'm you know what I also like here? I also like here the what that very very last part. You know how it's usually like it's like how Lena used to be seeing Sheen, you know, you should be following Sheen's back. Now it's kind of like the roles. Now it's kind of like a reversal of positions where she, you know, where Lena has her back to Sheen. He's looking as if it's some hard to reach place, and then she turns. I like that. I don't know if there was too deep of an intention, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was intentional. I'm pretty sure it was intentional, considering how the story in there plays out. like the graphics are fucking great. The direction of the visual direction. The selected team of A1 Pictures that is doing this series knows that it's not going to be blessed with high caliber, loads and loads of high caliber and high caliber quality animators like you see in Cour Infotable. So they really have to make use of like some metaphorical storytelling, which is going to pass over a lot of people's heads. Now, before you say, but wait, Sony Boy has this. Yu Shoujo has this. Why don't you like them? Here's the problem. Guys. For me, the stories of those don't interest me much. There's nothing for such series where I can open up and like those sort of characters. For me personally, it's subjective. It depends on what kind of characters you prefer. But I find Yu Shoujo, Sony Boy is like very, very forgettable, honestly. But yeah, the change with the part with that part with Shin, behind Lena, she's turning and all. They don't show her eyes, by the way. At least not yet. So the part where we see there's a lot of where they're doing like a scene comparison, like in the first parts, like where there's war and then there's like peace right there. It's kind of like a contrast, a juxtapositioning, if I would say so. The opening of chapter 2 is a very good match, indicates red and blue light as well. Machine's relatives may be confused about what we've been doing in the past. It's true. Yeah, the little girl and the maid speak the truth. Like a lot of these people don't as crazy as it seems. I mean, Frederica is actually a lot more knowledgeable. Yeah, but she still acts immature. But considering how things are on their end, I don't think she really got a proper sort of upbringing, which we're gonna find out why. I mean, Andronius. Okay, so Andronius says, "Oh, it's way over dramatic. It's way over dramatic. It's like old J Dromata. The sad music is way over top sometimes. Like key animation shows like Canon on Clenhead." Sir, you want to get? I have no. I literally just don't know what was about that. Distinctively, it sounds different. Even if it's not a Saiwano composition, it's still distinctively different because, let me tell you right now, this is a war drama. This is not a romance drama. So, your analogy is incorrect, my guy. I do not know where you got that sort of comparison. I really don't. I really don't know what you're saying there, Andronius, but you do you. I mean, if you, I'm not gonna assume what things that you do like from this, but I really can't agree, even on an objective basis, with that, because Key is purely about sucking you into the drama. 86 is not really like that. Like, I know there's a lot of the evocative sort of beats that it has, but it still surrounds the regarding war, and that's something I also find similar when Violet Evergarden was there, but of course it's gonna go differently. It's more like, as those who have been, it centers upon like a character or characters that have been through war, or like still going through the processes of war. and they haven't, and they're trying to find a way to connect, you know, trying to see if there's a way they can be normal, like try to develop them, you know, have them be more, I guess, you know, understanding of other people, understanding, you know, being able to open up and such. I mean, it's a not a ideal comparison, but it's kind of reminiscent. But I don't agree with the over the top sad music. With the over the top, well, the sad music I can kind of see, but I don't think I'm not gonna go against it. I mean, the problem with the key thing is, you know, how the execution of the romance / drama goes with that. That's more to focus on. There's the thing with Key, man, and I don't want to talk about it. Like, Key to me, I don't care about what the visual novel will say. Visual novel wants to say otherwise. That's so subjective with how they do it, because they try to suck you in with you know, they legit try to make you, like, they will try to get you to, like, too focused on the emotions and not trying to, and they kind of just lack focus on building a more linear story. And that's the problem I had with Clannad, you know, for the most part. Yeah, there was some progression there, but like, I don't want to get clapped because Clannad fans be just raving, but he just really has a thing when it comes to where you're not so sure about how the comedy is mixed either, and you're also, like, not so sure, like, should I care about like, aside from the funny stuff, should I care about these characters? Is there really a story going on? The drama, when it's sad, it really cranks up the sad music. I mean, that's the point. That's the point. And whether or not you think they overdid it is understandably subjective, but please do not come. To make a comparison like that is just to a show that is a little bit more, to shows that are more, you know, straightforward with their genres. That's not a great way to make an analogy. I'm just saying. Yeah, it was a really nice. Hey, Insolis, you came late, sorry, unfortunately, but thanks for showing up here. Here's what I hope right now. I hope that this Cour does Frederica's development right, because from what I remember, there's a lot of really important interactions she's had. I don't want her to get too sidelined. Like, I don't want Ernest to get too sidelined, like, because he makes himself really, he seems really important, you know, to them, you know. I don't think he was necessarily a bad guy, even though how he's trying to promote the, you know, a better place for people to reside in. It still feels like he wants to reach that ideal, but he knows, like, it's probably not going to be possible, and even if it's achievable, it's not going to be long lasting. Not until they do something about the Legion. Well, I am late. What are your opinions on episode 1? 2 months later, I'm back for 86. My opinions for episode 1 so far, just from the premiere of this show, like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good right now. Actually, great. I wish I had the more. I think I've come to the point where I enjoy the characters so much to where I can kind of laugh a lot more. Like, I'm a little bit more loose, and like, when it comes to the stuff like with when Frederica, when you're introduced to Frederica, I legit just had a good amount of chuckles here and there, because I know how it is, like, and again, people feel free to disagree. I'm fine with this because, you know, as cheesy as he comes off to be in the, you know, the first time around, up until, you know, they dropped the bomb. They dropped the bomb there. Like, oh, she's the empress. She's of royalty. Something happened to where she ended up like this. I think it's really great. I just don't know what score I'm gonna end up giving it, or like, I want to give a score right now. I think I'm not annoyed by Frederick. I have even with all this shit I've watched, I find her very tolerable personally. Like, I don't find any particular issues for her and such. Moondragon, Heavenfield Rock. Hey, nice. Thanks for the what currency is that? What currency is that? Hold on. Hold up. I did not expect this. Oh, they're donating a total of $2. Thanks, man. Thanks. I really that was kind of out of the blue, but appreciate it. I'll say only that volume. I'm sorry to care how the pacing is. You made the pacing of episode 12. It's a little, I think it's a little quick. But again, I'd rather not have them saturate things. I mean, we got a little look into. I was a little worried that they were gonna focus too much on Lena's side, but they went and, you know, did a half and half to where, okay, we see where Lena is right now, and oh, we see like where the former Spearhead Squadron just ended up. Oh, it's sweet. Oh, it's Swedish. Oh, it's Swedish currency. And thanks for that background music. I was not so sure what, you know, how much I want to add background music, because I don't want it to where like, oh, it's too loud, and to where it's gonna, you know, drown out the whatever dialogue I was trying to say. You guys, I'm interested in checking out Sunrise new mecha Kyokai Senki this season. I will be checking Andronis. I will be checking that out on my own. I don't have any high expectations for it though. Cause I looked at a clip on YouTube. I saw a few scenes here and there. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be impressed by it. It's just that sort of show. It could be just decent. It could be decent though. I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm still kind of behind, I think. Actually, no, I'm not. Not really. You know, funny you bring this up, because remember how people were just bitching about isekai after isekai and stuff? We only have like 2, 3 this season, and just a bunch of mecha sci-fis, and like people just like, oh yes, finally, now we're gonna just go ham and praise the hell out of these new mecha sci-fi, because it's like, I can't wait to see how. I cannot wait. Okay, well, 86 is S tier though. That's a thing for itself. It's already set tone. But those other shows, I have no high hopes for, because I already looked at some of the stuff, you know, and I'm just like, I just hope half of them are decent. You're gonna watch X-Arm season 2 this season? Well, I dropped the first season. This second season you're talking about is I think it's under the code name Tesla Note. Yeah, I might try out the first one. I just hope I don't end up having to poke out my eyes afterwards. I mean, that would be trouble. I don't have it's not like when you open the moon, when you cannot regenerate an eye. I don't even like Mushoku. That's fine, man. I mean, Mushoku is not a show that I can easily recommend, even though I think it's one of the better fantasy shows around in the recent years. One of the best in the recent years, actually. But yeah, it's good to have this show back. I can't wait to see how they're gonna handle the story here with the source material that I am familiar with, but I'm trying so hard not to. I think I will be okay with not spoiling. It's just I need to watch myself. It's an awkward feeling when you literally can't fucking wait your ass, and you just will go ahead and read on. Although I've covered pretty much. I finished volume 3, and I'm pretty sure that's where it's gonna stop at, if my suspicions are correct. What are my expectations about Mu Love? Not good. If you have not seen, I hope I didn't need to cut it because of copyright. If you did not see my reaction to the Mu Love during my fall preview, the previous video, you're gonna know my thoughts about it just from the PV. You thought the Mu Love Alternative Total Eclipse looked awful. Wait till you get a little of that one. I'm just saying, man. I just hope they're doing great with the third or fourth time they're trying to bring the show back. ReZero is good because the main focus is not about him having knowledge from his original world, and learning a separate entity from the new world. Yeah, I mean, ReZero is a real. See, ReZero deserves its praise. Although I feel like there's just stuff missing from me, and I'm gonna check out the light novel at some point. There's just it just feels like there's a bunch of stuff missing from me from ReZero that I felt like was told that I can digest a lot better if I read the books. Oh yeah, the monsters of Mu Love, like, those are fucking disgusting. Don't get me started with that. Those are god awful. The way they did not improve. They did not improve. They did not improve it. They made it look worse. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna expect Hoseki no Kuni. Okay? I'm gonna expect Hoseki no Kuni, levels of quality, but come on, that's not even half decent, to say the least. I'm Not COP is banger, by the way. People saying a shit when they heard it on PV. I think people just like female lead songs. Yeah, I think that's the case too. That is the case. I've actually noticed it too. I usually like female lead singers, but I am more open for male lead singers. Like, don't you realize that Bump of Chicken are a bunch of male singers? Is a male, like, the lead singer is male? Like, and people say, but wait, that's an exception. That's not much of an exception as people think. There are good male bands and leaders out there. And it's not like, oh, you have to be you don't have to go with this stereotype, oh, you need to be a Fujoshi lover to like them. No, that's not how it goes, man. That's not how things go. Like when I hear people say it like that, I cringe, because they do great stuff, and it's kind of sad that there's like a sort of a biasness against them because of things like that. ReZero is weird to start. Dorami's cute girl, she simps and wants her to be queen. I mean, well, we all know that though, how awkward it starts out. I don't hate all these guys. What I hate is where the wish fulfillment and self-mastery and trash, where they make the MC super OP who knows best, and everyone worships them. Oh, yeah, you mean the ones with the overpowered protagonist ones? Yeah, those are a little, those I don't usually like, to say the least, or like I enjoy them, but I don't have much. I kind of enjoy them for what they are, for the shits, well, okay, it's kind of like, yeah, I enjoy them, but more the value is of just enjoying it because of it's something like akin to popcorn entertainment, even though like the story is just like not good, the characters are just not good. Like those sorts. Like they're watchable. They're basically watchable, but not much more than that. Is there anything else I need to say? So how did what was I about to say? The visual, of course, I said the visual direction in this show is still top tier, and you know, with how they direct the scenes and such, they did not need to go ham. I don't think I've recalled other shows out there that do this the same way. They do this to the same way or the exact same level. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. And again, they kind of have to really rely on it because I'm not saying 86. I'm not gonna go ahead and say 86 is, you know, doesn't look visually good, but it's just like, it's just good, but it's not like great. Doesn't have the appeal. Of course, it doesn't have the appeal like the aesthetics from Kimetsu no Yaiba, or something like you know, you know, when My Hero Academia used to look good. It doesn't have something like what Jujutsu Kaisen looks like, you know, visually. It doesn't have that sort of it really just can't rely on just good animation. It needs that quality story, but the animation does more than enough, at least. And then the visual direction just amps it up, and that's where I put it up there. 50-50 on those type of isekais, but it depends on how it's going to work out. I don't care why people like isekais in Japan, oversaturated genre. Kirito has his original design in 2008, and now every single isekai and even non-isekai characters look like him. Sorry about the sneeze. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, the parts where it's a rip-off Kirito one, the ones with the rip-off Kirito ones, those are the ones I really don't appreciate, because y'all just copying off someone's homework. That's what it usually does. That irks me so much. I don't care about changing up his background and shit. Or his VA is totally different. That's still him. IDK for me, I find Re:Zero hard to watch it sometimes because of the dialogue. I will admit that's kind of the same thing for me too. I'm gonna admit it. It's not like it's the worst. It's not the worst. It's not like, oh, I hate it because of that. It's just more like, this is the sort of thing where light novel is more digestible in light novel form. I'm just saying. But I will say season 1 had at least a really better looking production, as opposed to how season 2 kind of looked, sadly. You know what irks me too? When they had the chance to make some, you know, where they had the chance to clean up things. There's not much of a cleanup at all. If anyone has recognized it, that joke has gotten old, to be honest. Like, look, here's another Kirito copy number 3218. That we have that many copies already, huh? Oh boy, we need help then. But anyways, so for those who are not familiar with the light novel, where it is so far, what are your thoughts about how is it gonna handle, like, which from the characters do you expect in particular? Like, what are you interested in? Are you interested in where Shin's development is gonna be? Or are you interested in where this new girl Frediga, like, how they're going to utilize her? Whatever. You share them quickly now before I need to kind of just bounce out, because I don't have much to say for myself, knowing that, you know, having already read the source material. Oh yeah, you did tell me, yeah. I remember I was reacting to alkalization. I enjoyed them. They were enjoyable. I wouldn't admit that. But for an adaptation, it later occurred to me after a little bit of digging around that they were that they were really shitty in their adapting. And the fact that I can't even play them off as being good as anime in general anymore. I really can't do that because all the good characterization that should have been there was not there, or for the most part was not there. 12 Kingdoms, Rare Earth, Excaflone, Uchigi Yugi. Well, yeah, those are throwback isekais. If you ever wondered why those shows are why they no longer have the appeal, they're tedious. They're so tedious. That's why they're not really famous anymore. Most of them, actually, at least. That's why they don't really have. I don't know. Or it's more like this. They're just simply outdated. Those their kind of stories are just way too outdated. Because I noticed that Ray Earth in particular is very shoujo-esque, and there's a lot of those sorts where it feels like, oh, it would appeal more to a shoujo demographic, and that's not good. That's not always a good thing, because I know Shigi Yugi is very shoujo, and look how that turned, and I hated it. World building characterization were cut off anyway in the SEO Gacha game. If you want to know what happened between play the game, I'm not gonna play the game. I will find videos to look at. I will watch gameplay videos. I'm not paying to find out. I'm gonna look. We got YouTube. Pretty sure they allow gameplay videos. Oh, Kirito learning to cook. I mean, we already seen how busted he was, and you're just like, oh, it's just like him where he's shown how to learn how to cook. That's another thing. Guess what? Even games skipped a lot of things. That's expected too. So in the end, just read the light novel. It'll get through a lot of trouble. I mean, get past a lot of trouble. Is there anything else? So this new character Shiden, I haven't gotten to the point where they're supposed to be really going more in depth into her character. She was just kind of, she would just just shows up every now and then, from what I remember, unless if my memory's off. But for Shiden, I would unless if the anime surprises me with something, her sort of character would be more covered in a future season. There's a lot of things regarding where Yujino had to have help from the Spider Charlotte. I remember I was watching the part and I'm just like, they have this little spider as I keep forgetting that they did, and so I'm just like, because they didn't show where this little spider was supposed to help. Which kind of games am I willing to buy nowadays? None, absolutely none. I'm not in a position where I want to spend money on playing games. Not until I can get a better not until I can get a bigger audience for that, because I don't want to suddenly switch. Because if I feel like I would have to, if I do want to play a game, I want to make it like, you know, do content creation with that, but I'm just not up to it. And it also has to do with how I feel about the gaming community nowadays. But I don't want to get into detail. I don't want to go into details on that. That's a total another thing entirely. I know in Souls they fucked up everything. Oh god. I was just running today for some reason. But yeah. So this first episode was a really good way to try to draw us back in. But so I was like, we don't need the spillage of it, all the fucking things the organization missed. We're aware. There's a lot of it felt like there was a lot of shit missing. Even as we were enjoying, there's like so much shit. Man. Oh, what's up, Memory? What's up, mate? Yeah. This as a cynical guy, I'm like this one was great. This one was great. I just don't know what I want to rate it. Like I want to rate it right now, but I don't know I don't know like where I'm at with it. It's just like, is some doing the live reaction right now? I wonder, because if he is, I want to try to get to that real fast. I mean, like that I have to just end the stream though. But yeah, this last episode was good. This first episode was great. It was like, it has that sense of intrigue. Again, people were saying like, oh, the political world building is clumsy, and I really don't know. It really depends on how one one's individual feelings about politics itself. And for me, who is just, I don't like really too much. I don't like when politics go into ham and just feel like they're clogging up the place. Yeah, I really like that. I mentioned that before. How the majority of this first episode of part 2 was basically all like the same in terms of the visual direction, the sequence, the edit, the transitions and stuff. That's almost like the same. That's practically the same thing. Literally the same play out, but things are a bit different. You know how Lena's not naive and just trying to stick to things. Like you see her actually, she doesn't feel, she's not like, oh, I'm gonna fall. She's obliged to follow. She's more like, I don't really. She just went and is more like, I don't even care about this anymore. Like, and she literally threatened that guy. It's just like, oh, if you're gonna keep punishing me any further, and I'm under your sort of command, like you're not gonna get promoted. And so it just show the results of Lena's growth to this point. Yeah, it really does. I really like where she's at, and now like I think this is also. Now, I don't know if this is a good comparison, because the season, part 2 is to part 1. Part 2 of 86 is to part 1, as Nomad is to the first season of Megalobox. I don't like Megalobox, by the way, but I feel like there's similarities because, like, if part 1 is more like the Spearhead Squadron basically dancing with the devil, which is kind of how I feel at times with how part 1 went. Part 2 is where they've gotten out of it. They're basically trying to work their way through the dark. They don't know what to do next. They're suddenly provided the opportunity for peace, but they're not sure if they want to take it or if they want to go back to the battlefield. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Smug Lena is just like, she's like she did not appreciate Sheen going out like that Like they were like all the other like Shin's friends, like his comrades did not appreciate that he was gonna go that the way he just tried to give himself up like that, and that's understandable because he didn't like he just kind of just did that so suddenly. And remember, they're all still following him. He's basically their leader. He's basically he's basically like their their undertaker. Because and they also have Shin's back too. And just before, and I don't know if Memory wonders about this too. I mean, well, if he's thinking about this right now, that when Sheena has to carry the load, but who's gonna? Again, I have to say this again. Who's gonna carry the load for him? Who's gonna be the one to send them out? Like if it ever does come to that. And I know this is something to where there has to be a long future setup, like down the road. But you have to wonder, like, who's gonna do it for him? Like when we already know he's carrying the load. Was it gonna be Lena? Is it gonna be one of his remaining comrades? Who's gonna be? I watch A6 more for the characters, not the shallow politics. To be fair, the politics stuff is just kind of icing on the cake. It's not something to where I feel like you need to feel like it's important. Okay. Wait, which one are you talking about? A1 doing the vampire idols called Visual Prism. I don't really care if it's good or not. I don't want to talk about that one. We are not here to talk about gay vampires and stuff where there's just literally that's enough. That's enough. I mean, I remember when I saw the visuals and I was thinking like, oh shit, those gay ass police from Sarazanmai. Oh god. BOT, this is not spoilers. The light novel is still going on. Yeah. Well, yeah, I understand that, but I think that's pretty much it. I would like to talk much further, but I kind of just got other things to do to try to catch up on other things. Like I did the Stoco Tensei light novel, and yeah, it's a good premiere. I don't have anything more to say. So smash the like button. Let me know what you think in the comments below. How do you feel about this first episode? What are your expectations? What do you like? What you do not like? Just let me know. Follow me on other social media platforms. Look in the descriptions below for that. You can also join my Discord server or support me on Patreon. Tomorrow's gonna be it's gonna be Sunday, so back to back this 86 and then Mushoku Tensei. That's gonna be quite the thing. But yeah, other than that, this is Real Station signing off, guys. See you next time. Take care, stay safe, and